Selling your business is an emotional as well as financial transaction. Having worked hard to build a successful business, your exit should be a crowning achievement, the key to unlocking a new life, new opportunities, and securing your company's legacy. But it's pretty challenging. Globally, it is estimated that only 20% of businesses taken to market actually sell, and there are many pitfalls for the underprepared. In this video, we'll talk you through the journey of a sale, with expert insights from professionals, and most importantly, some business owners who have been there, done it, and got the t-shirt on a successful sale. First up, how does it really feel to sell your business?
The journey was exactly what it was, because I'd wanted to sell the business for many years but wasn't sure how to go about that. And I suppose a bit nerve-wracking at first. I'd been told by so many people that, the amount of time it takes is very difficult when you're running a business. You're full-time and you've got, that to do as well. But I was helped through it, and the breath of relief at the end of the sale and then that transition into retirement, it's a complete change of life.
If you're just starting on your exit journey, you may want to know what to expect and how long the journey can take. At Initium, we've taken hundreds of business owners through the sale process, unlocking over 3 billion of value in the process. We always say you should allow at least 9 to 12 months for a full sale process. Here's a headline overview of some of the key steps in the journey of selling your business.
Well, I've heard of some people that chose not to appoint an advisor and they pulled it off, but there are many that don't. And what all of our clients say is that the sale process is far more demanding, far more complex than they originally imagined. And they really value the experience and the know-how we bring to navigate them through those complexities. So our advice would be always appoint an advisor. In a company sale, there can be huge experience gaps between sellers and buyers and investors. Serial buyers will want to negotiate hard to buy at the lowest possible cost, and they'll know every trick in the book. So you should choose an advisor that really makes it their business to understand you and understand what's important to you, and that understands your business and has experience preferably in negotiating deals in your industry. They'll prepare your business well for a sale, and both to increase its desirability but also, as importantly, remove obstacles that so often get in the way of a fast and efficient process. They should maximise the value of your business by driving a competitive process, and they ought to be fiercely independent of any one of the buyers that shows interest. They've just got to have your interests at heart and no one else's. And finally, choose somebody you get along with. It's a long journey and it'll be really miserable if you don't. Oh, and you will need a good corporate lawyer.
For us, it's integral that our agent really understood who we were, but also what we were looking for a buyer. Selling a company that you founded is a really personal experience, so we needed to feel that the team that we were building around us to help us with that acquisition really got that, and the acquirers that they were putting in front of us and going out to market really did fit our company and the legacy that we built. What really astounded us is that when we were working with the agents to help us and the team around us from Initium, is that we weren't naive enough or selfish enough to believe that we were their only client, but we really did genuinely feel like we were their only client. We would call at all hours of the day and night and know that, one, somebody was answering the phone always to us, and two, that they knew the level of detail of our business that it'd taken us 10 years to really get to know. And within the space of a few short months, we really did feel like the team understood our business. They knew our numbers, they knew our values, and for us, that was invaluable.
This step can take anywhere from 3 months upwards and involves working with your advisor on the following. Firstly, establishing your goals and aspirations, including, importantly, value aspirations. Secondly, data gathering and understanding your business. Thirdly, identification of any risks, red flags or put-offs that may be a drag on value. Fourthly, we'll prepare a financial workbook with granular forecasts and gives potential acquirers what they need to know about the business. And fifthly, we'll do extensive buyer profiling, looking far and wide for the right fit. The majority of our transactions are with international buyers, so it's crucial that you look overseas as well. And all of this will feed into the sales documentation, which is effectively the marketing material that we will draft in conjunction with you to assist with the sale of the business.
The first most important pain you took away is aligning our shareholders to what we needed to do, because we had shareholders at different stages of their journey, so it was important that we were aligned. That probably was the most important part. Secondly, I think aligning our information, what we needed to do, making sure that simple things like everybody's employment contracts was on file, aligning our financial information, IT security policies, IT information, just getting all the data that would have been required for due diligence well before we started the process. I personally found that very valuable.
So this is typically a 2 to 3 month phase where an experienced advisor will be really good at generating interest from the best strategic buyers for your business, targeting them with a specific narrative on why they should be interested, what makes sense for them in regard to your business. Then we have conversations with these buyers, explaining your business, providing the information memorandum, and then also answering their questions, providing them with a further detailed financial information pack on which they can place a serious bid for your business. We'll then review with you together all the bids and say, well, what are the strengths and weaknesses of each one? And then we're going to arrange meetings with the ones we like. And then we want to negotiate the highest price possible. And the way you do that is by having competition. And then we want to get the best price for you so that you can move forward feeling like you've really explored the market. And then we go to a heads of terms agreement once you've selected the party you want to go with. And then in that, the key thing is you've got options. So if they mess around, you can move away from them or you can go to another buyer. You've got options. You're in control of the process.
I think negotiation, you guys made it easier for us, because every time we negotiated from a personal point of view, some of us, more of us as shareholders, felt worried that if we ask for more or if we ask for different, there is a risk the deal may go south. But you guys gave us the assurances and played that middle person, but made it easier for us. So we didn't have to be always face to face with the buyer and felt that we needed to do a deal much quicker than we did in the end.
Well, it can be pretty tempting to see that it's all downhill in this final phase. After you've made all the hard work of making a market and agreeing the best possible deal, well, far from it. This is the most intense phase. It's all about defending the deal you've struck and getting it done as quickly as you possibly can before anything changes. And we know how often things change these days. Over this phase, the buyer has hundreds, if not thousands of questions that need answering, and we'll coordinate all of that. We anticipate issues arising from due diligence and we head them off. The legal documents, they need to be negotiated and agreed, and we work with all the lawyers to agree those. The data room needs to be completely stocked. It's a really important library of information and it needs to be cross-referenced to all those legal documents. The mechanisms to work out precisely what you get from the deal and when you get it, they're all calculated and agreed by us during this time. And these are the months when there is daily, if not hourly, contact between us and our clients. And many of them speak about the vacuum that is left after in the weeks that follow. But really, only when the ink is dry and the money has flowed can you truly relax.
My advisor was very supportive during the sale. He helped me when I was at my lowest and when I was tired and fed up with it all. They buoyed me up, which was absolutely essential. And I felt they were there to support me 24/7. On the final day before the business was signed, You know, I was stood outside a restaurant at 10:30 at night talking to my advisor and solicitor on a conference call just to finalise some detail that we've been waiting for. So I really did feel that it was a round-the-clock support.
In our extensive deal-making experience, we believe there are 3 key pillars behind every successful business sale.
Initium's planning phase is essential for reducing perceived risk in the business and also allows us to focus on the value enhancers that the business has. So, for example, we will be looking at your margin, the business's margin compared to others in the sector to understand whether or not it is comparable to other players. We'll be looking at things like growth rates, we'll be looking at customer dependency, we'll be looking at strength of the senior management team, all the sorts of things that potential acquirers are really concerned about when they're buying a business. And what we will do from this is we'll produce a very detailed information memorandum. That's a 30 to 50 page document that positions the business in a particular light and is designed to make the business appear as attractive as possible to potential acquirers.
The key thing is to think about all the best potential buyers, not just the obvious ones that the client may already know of. You want to think strategically, what this business bring to this potential buyer? But also look for experienced acquirers, people who've bought businesses and treated them well. There's also financially strong buyers. Have they got the cash? So many of the deals we've worked on, the best buyers are often the ones who've got the greatest access to cash. It may seem really basic to say that, but cash-strapped acquirers can never pay a premium for a business. You've got to adopt a selling mindset. This is not just a financial exercise with spreadsheets. It's about engaging with people, getting them interested. To get a really successful deal, you want to get as many of those high-quality strategic buyers together, all bidding for this business. And that is really where the magic happens, if you like.
Whatever you're selling, if you're going to get the best possible outcome, it stands to reason that you want as many people interested as possible. Most of our clients think that they know who is going to buy them. And in 8 out of 10 cases, they're wrong. You need to think way beyond the obvious and not be limited by your own perceptions. We're expert in finding buyers, often from overseas, that are looking for strategic opportunities. The other thing a competitive process achieves is better bids. In our analysis, the final price paid for a business is on average 15% higher than the first bid that buyer made. That's what a competitive process does. It also brings you choice and a chance, if you need it, to go back to an alternative buyer if things don't work out with the one you've chosen.
Well, to start with, it was like falling off the edge of a cliff. I was going from working 60 hours a week for several years, being such a key driver in the business. The de-stress of not being responsible for anything anymore was just like falling off the edge of a cliff in terms of stress levels, and that was wonderful. One of the key indicators there was I suddenly found I didn't need to set an alarm clock in the morning anymore. And that was a wonderful feeling.
Life post-sale is very different to what it was pre-sale. I think the pressure that we felt is beginning to dissipate, although we're still active within the business. What this time has allowed us to do is explore other areas of our own personal interests. My husband and I, who co-founded the business, have also raised a family. We live together, so our lives are very much merged together. So it's nice that we feel 17 again, that, you know, the world is still our oyster. We can decide what we want to be when we grow up all over again.
Simon Sinek says start with why. Our why we do this, is because we've come to learn that our deals are enablers of impact. Our clients are an elite group of people who've done something most people haven't. They've founded, they've scaled, and they've sold a business for often many millions of pounds. And when they sell, they create opportunity to deploy the resources they've so deservedly gained: money, talent, and perhaps most important of all, time. They go on to do some amazing things, and we love to help them find new purpose and new adventures and new meaning in the next chapter of their lives. Deals don't close doors, they open them. Our Fellows program connects them with others. It provides opportunities to share their experiences and explore all the possibilities a sale brings. The impact this has on their families, their passions, other business ventures, and for many, much wider impact on lives they're now able to improve through charitable work. It's just great. This is what keeps us focused on the now, the deal, but with an eye on the future, the impact that deal's going to have on countless others.
An awful lot to think about then. But to help you, we have come up with 5 golden rules, whatever your business and whatever your sector and whenever you plan to start your business sale journey. Rule number 1, never talk to just one potential buyer or investor. You need to have control. Rule number 2, never have a price tag for your business. You've got to let the market decide. Rule number 3, terms and deal structure are often far more important than the headline price. Rule number 4, you'll need to prepare extensively and allow at least 9 to 12 months for a sale process. And finally, rule number 5, timing is critical. You need to sell when the market moment is right for your company. At Initium, we take a personal approach to every single business sale and every client we work with. As an employee-owned business, we understand your passion. And with hundreds of sales behind us across multiple sectors over 35 years, we really do have extensive experience of working with business owners like you, up to and beyond a business sale. It is, after all, very probably the biggest deal of your life. To find out more, give us a call for an informal chat or visit initium.com for further information.